We're going to Atlanta. Couple claims doctor decapitated baby during childbirth using ridiculously excessive force. True Crime Daily, published August 11th, 2023. We're in Atlanta, and it says a local hospital is facing a major malpractice lawsuit after a couple claimed their doctor decapitated their baby during childbirth and failed to contact other doctors in the hospital during the process. On Wednesday, August 9th, attorneys for Jessica Ross and Trevion Taylor spoke at a press conference and outlined the allegations against Southern Regional Medical Center, an affiliate of the Prime Healthcare Foundation, in their wrongful death suit. Attorneys also allege fraud and intentional emotional distress due to misrepresentation. Ross and Taylor are seeking punitive damages. One of the attorneys, Corey Lynch, said Southern Regional Medical Center tried to hide what actually happened. The hospital did not report Trevion Taylor Jr.'s death to the Clayton County authorities. Rather, police learned after a funeral home contacted them. Wow. Ross and Taylor's families were reportedly informed about the decapitation from the funeral home. Ross's doctor, Tracy St. Julian, MD, reportedly, quote-unquote, came clean only after Ross was discharged from the hospital. Clayton County police are investigating the death. According to Lynch, the hospital allegedly told Taylor and Ross to have their child cremated, and if they wanted an autopsy, they'd have to pay for it themselves. Ross and Taylor met in high school and were so excited to have their first child together. Ross went to Premier Care for Women because they lived close to it and there were female doctors there, which is how they met St. Julian. Lynch said the couple thought they would get the best care there, but their dreams and hopes turned into a nightmare that was covered up by Southern Regional Healthcare. WAGA-TV, which cites the criminal complaint, reports Ross and Taylor are also claiming Premier Care is liable for the grossly negligent acts and omissions of its employee and or agent, Tracy St. Julian, MD, who cared for Miss Jessica Ross and Trevion Isaiah Taylor Jr. on or about July 9th, 2023. Dr. Roderick Edmond, who was also representing Ross and Taylor, said Ross's water broke July 9th at approximately 10 a.m. She went to the labor and delivery department at Southern Regional Medical Center, where nurses hooked her up to an IV to help speed up delivery. She was 37 weeks pregnant. About 10 hours later, at 8:40 p.m., she was fully dilated, and her doctors told her to start pushing. According to Edmund, Trevion Jr.'s shoulder got stuck during the delivery. Edmund and Lynch allege St. Julian used ridiculously excessive force when she pulled the baby's head and neck. Edmund said the bones in Trevion Jr.'s skull, neck, and face were broken in the process. St. Julian eventually performed a C-section on Ross, but according to Edmund, the feet came out, the body came out. There was no head. The head was reportedly delivered vaginally. Their attorneys claim St. Julian and nurses at the hospital were negligent for not contacting other doctors on the floor to assist and not advocating for Ross to get a C-section earlier in the delivery. In addition, Lynch said at the press conference that hospital staff would not let Ross and Taylor see or hold their newborn. At one point, staff wrapped the child very tight so that they could not see what happened. They propped the head up to make it appear the baby's head was attached. Wow. Whew. The couple was only allowed to see their son through glass. WXIA-TV shared a statement released by Southern Regional Medical Center, which said, Our heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with the family and all those impacted by this tragic event. Our prayers also remain with the dedicated team of physicians, nurses, and staff at Southern Regional Medical Center who cared for this patient. The statement also said the hospital denies the allegations of wrongdoing in the complaint, referencing the hospital, and that Trevion died in utero prior to the delivery and decapitation. Southern Regional Medical Center said St. Julian is not and never has been an employee of the hospital. Wow. I mean, like, how do you deny that you're not that the hospital is not liable for this? Like, did we not just read the same thing? Like, did you not hear what I said? They had to do a C-section on her. Like, this is like, I feel like I just read. This is real life. I read the plot of what's like a horror movie. Like, bro. Wow. Holy shit, isn't that something, huh? Whew. Wow. How do you deny something like that? Like, how do you deny that the hospital doesn't have anything to do with this? But in the same breath, Southern Regional Medical Center says that St. Julian is not and never has been an employee of the hospital. So which one is it? How does it work though? What? Right then and there, you can tell that the hospital knows that they have complete fault in this. Oh my goodness, shit! I'm so sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. Sorry about that. Again, how do you deny something like this? Like, this is, how do you say that? Wow. Bro, the hospital popped the head on the. Like, they wrapped the baby's body, like They wrapped it in a towel, and they propped the baby's head on the body to make it seem like. Wow, and they are denying having anything to do with this. Bro, Southern Regional Medical Center in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know, y'all better stop dipping into your bank accounts, because you're gonna have to pay 100%, 150%. How does this, how? And they only found out because they were called from the funeral. Like, do you understand the length of this nightmare? Like, not only was none of them told about what happened, they made it seem like the baby was still alive, and the parents found out when they got a phone call from the funeral home if they wanted the baby to be cremated. Wow. Holy shit, dude. That is so crazy. Just like it's damn, it's even fucking uncomfortable too. Like, the lengths of, just how fucked up people can be. This is crazy, man. I hope they milk them for every single cent that they could possibly get from these people. I hope it's millions of dollars. Will definitely not mend the pain. Definitely will not bring back their baby. But nonetheless, bro, y'all need to stop. They need that money ASAP. I don't give a shit about what anyone has to say. They have to be paid. That is crazy. I would love to hear someone's rebuttal to this. Like, what the fuck are you gonna say? What could you say? The hospital propped up the kid. Do you understand? You pay the hospital. The hospital doesn't pay you. You pay the hospital. So not only do you have to pay for the birth, and you have to pay for the whole thing, quite expensive. I have a friend, she had a baby. Dude, without her insurance, it was like $75,000. Straight up. So we don't even know this if they had insurance or not. Let's just hypothetically imagine that they didn't have insurance. So not only do they have to pay this whole hospital and whatnot, like the hospital bill and shit, bro, this whole situation happens, and what the hospital does is, instead of coming clean, it's like, bro, yeah, they were gonna get sued anyway, but now the gravity of the situation is far worse. Far worse. So yeah, again, we're gonna move on to the next case. I hope with everything inside of me that they are awarded millions of dollars, and I hope that policy passes, something that changes the way hospitals swear up and down that they can get away with these type of things and not take an ounce of responsibility. Because, dude, they neglected having that lady as an employee there, period, point blank, even though the whole procedure was done there and she was already seeing that doctor at that facility. I don't know, man. It kind of makes you wonder about things. Listen, if there's one thing watching and listening and reading about true crime cases is, it makes you a skeptic about everything. Everything. I'm questioning everything. Especially if it doesn't make any sense. Listen. Well, one of the people that I admire the most in this world, Judge Judy. And Judge Judy says, what'd you say? If it doesn't make any sense, it's not true. And yeah, I think that applies perfectly to this one right here.